Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Wonderfully Hopeless podcast. My name is Charity, and it has been a hot minute. I can't even remember the last time I did a video. I think it was over the summer. I can't remember if it was probably before my surgery, maybe after my surgery. No, well, maybe. I can't remember. It's been too long. So, it's been a little crazy. I don't have everything I've crafted. I have done a lot of crafting. I just haven't really felt like filming. So it is, January 2nd. It's the end of my school break. So I figure I might as well see if I can't get back into filming videos. I never stop crafting. I just don't always take the time to film it, nor do I always have time to film. My life is a little crazy sometimes, all the time. All right, so let's start with the two finished objects I actually have. Everything else has pretty well been given away. So we'll start with the two I have. All right. So this first one is a crochet. So I saw this pattern on YouTube. I think it's a reading shawl, but I love the pattern. It is super simple and it is like the perfect shape. So if I get it back here. So this is the shape that just wraps around your shoulders like a hug. And so I make it for people, make it for women when they need a hug. So I made one before break to give to a coworker who was, her husband was going through a rough time, which translation means she's going through a rough time too. So, and I made her husband a blanket. And I found out right before break that another coworker was having some medical issues and going through a rough time. So this hug is for her. That's what I kind of call them. I just call them hugs. And then I went ahead and got another one done over break so that I have one ready for the next person who needs one. And one of my goals for the year is to keep one of these on the go at all times. So I have a nice little stash of hugs, essentially, to give out when people need some comfort. Everybody needs some sometimes. So I'm just trying to make them up and have a nice little stash to give to people. So there's that. Okay. My kitty is being very vocal and complaining, and I don't know what she wants. She's going to the vet tomorrow because I don't know what's wrong with her. She has lost a lot of weight. She's always cranky. This is normal. Her behavior is fine. She's just like she always is. Demanding, cranky. But she's lost a lot of weight. So she's going to the vet tomorrow. All right. I appreciate you, but go up there. Okay. Next. I'm just grabbing what is closest. I have a big stack. All right. So we all know that I have been working on this for an eternity, and it's pretty well what has been killing my stitchy bug. I am over 75%, barely over 75% done with this, and I am pushing to get this done. And I calculated if I do 200 stitches a day, I'll be done in 200 days. So roughly about halfway through the year. So it will be done this year. And the sooner I get it done, the sooner I can work on other things. So I've seen the light at the end of the tunnel, and I have been working on it every night, which means I actually have progress to show. But so as you can see, I'm working right in here. This is the edge of the pattern. So it's one full page and a partial page. So I'm just working over, and then I'll work the next set over. So, and it is significantly black. So if I just finish getting the few colors done, then it's mostly black. So it's not going to take that long once I get my butt in gear. So I've really been trying. I've been working a lot up in here. And most of what's left up here is black. So I'm just getting the few colors left, and then I can just fill in the black and I'll be good. So by the end of the month, there should be some decent progress. We shall see. Put it up so I don't get cat hair on it. I have both or two of the 3 cats in here. That's another thing that happened. I got another cat, but who doesn't like to let me craft? All right. You two are entertaining. That's the word we'll go for. All right. While they're sitting here doing their thing. All right, next up, along the same lines of the hug shawl, I have been making blankets here so that I have, because I'm not going to give a man a shawl, but a blanket will work. So I am now, because like I said, I made one for my coworker. I took one that I had and I finished it. So now I am trying to keep a blanket on the go and work on it, even if I just do a row a day. That will get me a blanket, probably a few blankets done before I need another one, hopefully. The goal, because I started doing this last year and giving them to coworkers who, needed a hug. And over the summer with the surgery and everything else, I didn't get anything stocked up. And so now I'm trying to be smarter about this and have a few in reserve. So I had 2 of these sweet rolls left over from a project from a few years ago. And I had another mandala, which was this here, left over from a few years ago. And then I went to Hobby Lobby, not my favorite craft store. However, it is the one that is here. And I got some more yarn to finish this blanket off. And then I will start another blanket. So, but that is my goal, is to do that. So there's that project. All right, Velby, you're kind of in the way. Yeah. Okay. We'll reach over the kitty cat. All right. So I started this. I'm probably going to have to pull it out and restart it. But one of my goals for the year, or for the month, is to start a duster cardigan. So I found a pattern on YouTube. I'm going to have to find it again. And I am making it out of woolies. So I've got 3 of these. What color are these? I can never find the color on these things. Yeah, linen. There's 3 linens, And then I ordered Dusty Heather and a light Dusty Heather, I think is what they are. Anyway, so my plan is today or tomorrow to actually get this started properly, and so that I can get that going. And crochet is pretty fast. So my hope is to have a cardigan done before I can't wear it anymore for the year. So, or for the season anyway. So there's that. You're really in my way, baby girl. She doesn't care. Do you? Nope, she doesn't care. All right, I need that. It would be much easier to reach if I wasn't trying to reach over her. There, I got everything I needed to reach over for. Are you happy now? Huh? Okay. So, next up is my anthology throw. So this is where we're at. It is ginormous. Let's see. So when I picked it up this year, I was in the yellow band. So I've done the yellow. I've done this dark tealy color. And I have now started a gray-red color. Gray, cream, and red. At this point, I just want to finish this blanket this year. I was just working on it for the holidays, but I've decided I just want to get it finished. So one of my goals for the year is actually get this finished. I'm trying to work on it. Daily is ambitious. I was trying daily for break and I still couldn't get it daily for break. But at least weekly, I want to be working on that. Okay. As I said, I am keeping what I'm calling a hug shawl on the needles or the hook. And this is the next one. And this is loops and threads, facets. What's the colorway? Slate, I think. All right, so it's this. I made my grandmother a blanket out of this for Christmas. I haven't given it to her yet. But I had leftovers, so I've got this and this left. So I'm making a shawl out of this. I will say this is a great way to use up yarn from leftover projects. So that's always awesome. Now I have two cats. And they don't get along. This is always interesting. They don't usually bug me while I'm filming. Okay. The last thing is my new year, new start. So I started with my friends Netta and Corey, a new project. We had New Year, New Start, and I started this. So I got this kit. Sorry about that. The cat jumped where the camera is. And hopefully he doesn't push the camera over till I'm done. Some days cats are so much fun. Don't push the camera over. All right. I need to hurry it up before he knocks the camera over because now he's rubbing up against the camera. All right. So I started this. It's a Cooler Design Studio project. The fabric is Weigart. I'm pretty sure the floss is not DMC. I'm not 100% sure. I was really enjoying this last night or yesterday while I was working on it. So this is how far I got yesterday. My goal for the end of the month is to get close up of the kitty whiskers. My goal for the end of the month is to get, where's the pattern again? Or the picture again? Pets are so much fun. Yeah, now he's distracted with my coloring books. Okay. All right. My goal is to get the head and the neck done by the end of the month. So basically, I'd like to get this done. So the head and the neck, and maybe even the little plume on the top. That's my goal. That should be a reasonable goal. I've decided that while the mermaid needs to be my focus, I really pretty well killed my stitchy bug just stitching on it all the time and not letting myself stitch on much of anything else. So I'm gonna start stitching on other things. I have some stamped cross stitch kits that I've been working on because you know what? Sometimes you just need something brainless to stitch on. And so, don't want to lose the needle. I've got this one that I've been stitching on. Are they the best things ever? No. But when you are completely brain dead from life being difficult, they are very nice to have. And as a full-time caregiver and teacher, life is difficult. Jim spent a week in ICU in November and is just now starting to get back to where he was before. So that has made life interesting. He's, he just got discharged from physical therapy, home health physical therapy. Yes, before New Year's, and then he's got speech today, and he will have speech probably for the rest of January before he goes back to outpatient. So that's been going on, and yeah, so living with Huntington's disease is no joke, and taking care of somebody living with Huntington's disease is no joke. And it definitely kind of opens your eyes to, one, how hard it is to be a caregiver, but I have really found that I have to watch my mental health, because that's important for, one, I need to be a good teacher, and I need to be a good caregiver, so I have to take care of my mental health. But I have found being aware and trying to do something kind for others, even though I am sometimes drowning myself, just taking that time, one, it helps my mental health. So working on the hug shawls and the blankets, mindfully knowing I am making them for somebody who is also going through a rough period, makes me feel good about being able to do something good for somebody else. And I know how much it means to me when people take the time out of their busy day to do something kind for me. Sometimes it's just as little as a comment on a post or a like. At this point, those things mean so much that somebody cares. And so I really have become more aware that small kindnesses mean the world, and you don't know when that small kindness is really needed. So I just try and spread some kindness as much as I can. So that is that. Let me check my list to make sure I didn't forget any of my other plans. All right, let's make sure. So working on mermaid every day, 200 stitches. I try and do about a row on the blanket every day. I would like to finish the hug shawl that I showed you. I want to get the cardigan started, work on the anthology, and work on the peacock cross stitch. That on top of my coloring, which is a whole separate video and channel. I feel like, plus teaching and added studying for the math content test, so I can become not only a certified science teacher, but a certified math teacher. I am provisionally certified for math right now, so I just need to take the content test. I've taken all my classes. I just need to study for the test. So that is all, not to mention, you know, the caregiving and the normal day-to-day stuff. So yeah, I think I have plenty on my plate. So we'll see how many of those goals I can meet. I am going to attempt, as long as life doesn't kick me too many times, to get a video out at least once a month. That's all I'm going to attempt right now. Is just a hey check-in at the end of the month. I might do a hey, this is where I got, and then do a separate here's what I'm planning on doing. But yeah, I also reopened the Cross Stitch It's Fun video or Facebook group. I haven't really done anything with it, but I did reopen it. I reopened it, and then Jim went into ICU, and then I got asked to teach math, which means I have to actually put more effort into studying for that test, and you know, life. I just, yeah, life. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I hope everybody has a great start to the new year. I am really hoping that it is a better year for everybody. Fingers crossed it's at least a less chaotic year for me. So yeah, I've healed pretty well from surgery. So that was good. I'm actually feeling better since surgery than I have in a long time. So that's a positive. Yeah. So I think that's all. I hope you all enjoy what's left of break. If you've got kiddos, I know most everybody goes back on Monday. If you're in college, enjoy the little bit of time left before you go back. And let's hope that this new year is a good new year. Bye now.